laugh when my rug gets I just laugh when my rug gets like jumbled up on the floor because like I bought it. Gabby bought it for like the audio for the room,
Right.
so like it could help deaden the sound. But she bought it with like aesthetics in mind too. So like,
Oh.
it's legitimately a nice like little rug,
Mm-hmm.
and like every time I move around, like I move around like with an agenda. Like I got shit to do, and I'm a big
Mm-hmm.
dude on top of that, and I'm like working like here after like doing housework all over the
Right.
place. So like I feel bad because I know this rug didn't have these dreams, like
Oh.
it's got patterns on it, and like I know like in his heart it was like, oh, I'm gonna be like in the center of somebody's like, hallway leading into a
Right.
beautiful home. Nabi, you got this like real like ambitious landlord comedian dude just stomping me out every day.
Oh, you never know. When you go into the business, you never know what you're going to walk into.
That's it.
And
You don't
I'm
know
sure
you
it's
know
an
what's gonna happen.
adjustment, but the rug will grow to love you. Does it move around a lot? Like, do you have to tape it to the floor?
I I've gotten to the point to where like I think I'm gonna have to. It's not terrible. It's just that like I do like innately like I roll everywhere
Yeah.
on the seat to like get stuff done because everything is like one roll away from my
Yes.
hands.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, because of that, like it can get caught in the wheels of the seat. But it also helps the roll. So like I'm not mad at it. If it stayed in place, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
But as is good. It's getting the job done. But I know there's days where I just feel like, oh man, that one hurt his shoulder. Like
Yeah. Yeah, just go on and get you some. I know they have some rug tape, but also, any double-sided tape will work along the edges to kind of keep it from moving around. Or they
yeah,
have little mats that you can put underneath, kind of like shelf liner, that kind of nubby shelf liner that you can
yeah,
put under a rug to keep it from going all over the place.
yeah. I think that's in my future. I see that
Yeah.
happening. But I'm excited. I got all my Dickies clothes this week.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start my whole Dickies movement as of tonight.
Oh,
You know,
wow. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
I'm going right into it. I should wait because I got the clothes. I don't got the sneakers like you were telling me. I do.
Well,
I have
you
the clothing. I could
mhm.
start that instantly.
Mhm.
But I also ordered some sneakers that I think are nice statement pieces. But they'll be coming in over the next like 2 weeks because they're like I was a little too successful on StockX yesterday.
Oh, wow. There are
Yeah,
words I've never heard anyone say.
yeah, it was crazy. Like I put in bids on like 4 items, like thinking I'm gonna hit like on one of these. I hit on all of them shit, Sha.
Oh,
So
wow.
like
Okay.
great, like in terms of like my closet, not so
Right.
much in terms of like my money. Like I was like,
Sure.
oh,
Yeah.
this should not have happened. Like I went to bed with like legitimately $50 to $80 gaps between what I offered and what was the current price. So I felt confident that none of those were gonna close.
Right.
Everything closed. Everything was like, yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. So I'm happy for my collection, but like I
Yeah.
took like a hit yesterday. You're gonna see me at shows having peanut butter and jelly, hard body for a month, but my closet's gonna be great.
Well, as long as are you gonna wear paper bags around the shoes, like, or plastic something? Are you
No, no, no.
gonna
I feel like you gotta wear them. If you buy them, you buy them. I'm gonna get a couple of like sneakers that are like more for everyday use so that I don't feel terrible about like using the nicer ones.
Sure.
But even those I still think are gonna be cool. Like
Mhm.
I got these black Nike Uptowns, very traditional. I'm a rob you sneakers of New York,
Right.
right?
Yes.
I love them. They're great, and it fits the whole like I'm about to do some real like work that I'm trying to go for with this whole like dressing attire. But
Right.
to like spruce it up a little bit, they're the Supreme edition. So they literally just have like a little tag that says Supreme on the side.
Okay.
So like, it's just like a little like splash of red on it. The rest is all black though. So like it's like, yeah, I'm working, but like I'm the supervisor of the criminals. You know?
Boy.
You know?
I love the story that you're coming up with for this character that you're building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I'm a spray paint, but I also like I budgeted out how many cans we can use
Mhm.
on your house, you know?
So
So
now
yeah,
are these go do these Supreme ones go into the kick around shoes or into the no, this is just for the stage?
those would be more for like kick around, like
Oh,
because
okay.
like
Oh,
while
we
they
kick
are
it around in Supremes. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. All right.
Well, only because like while they are slightly more expensive than most uptowns, they were like 160. So they're like half of my projected average
Right.
sneaker budget. Uh
Okay.
so I still feel like I'm in the good there. And it's only like most uptowns are like 110. These were like 160. So it's not
Right.
like way over like a sneaker can get when it's wild.
Sure.
But yeah, I also hit on these Air Max Travis Scott's that he put out like 10 sneakers
Right.
early
Okay.
this week. So I hit on
Mhm.
one of the Cactus Gold kicks. Those were like $400.
Oh,
So those
wow.
would be sneakers that like I'm not gonna wear those on any given day. Like I'm checking the weather before I put those on, you
Yes,
know?
no, absolutely.
So
Sure.
yeah, I feel like I got a good layout plan, but those aren't here yet. So like right
Mhm.
now I'm in like really busted kicks, but my Dickie outfit situation is fresh. I wore
Okay.
the Dickie shorts yesterday around the house.
Uh-huh.
My shins have not gotten fresh air in years. They were
Right.
very happy, very
Right.
ashy, but very happy.
Sure. Well, that can be fixed. Are you gonna
Yeah,
wear those in public?
I'm gonna wear those on my block. Like
Okay.
I will
Oh,
not leave if I got to get in a car. No, that's it. It goes away. But like
okay.
in the building, going to the corner store, throwing out the trash.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be the attire. All in an
Okay.
effort to preserve the full Dickie outfit for when I'm actually going home, so that it does maintain a level of crisp. Cause like
Okay.
what you said, like it really hit home. Like I don't want it to look dingy because I'm wearing it all the time, right?
Right.
I need it to look like you said, like black could look like I just worked, or like
Mhm.
I'm like super like on point. So and I think in order to make it look good, I got to preserve the newness of the clothes that I wear out. So I have
Gotcha.
like Dickies shorts, and I got some Dickies t-shirts coming in that I'm
Mhm.
gonna wear for around the house.
Okay. Wow. You really you went all in on this.
Yo, this is a lifestyle change, Sha.
Yeah. So then if you are now waiting for the sneakers to come in,
Yeah,
so then there's the thought that you are going to delay the whole you're gonna put the whole ensemble wait till all the pieces come in and then make your Dickie debut.
yeah. I think once the sneakers are in, I'm gonna start. There's other parts of it that like I'm still waiting on, but I think
Mhm.
once I got decent sneakers and now that I got all the clothes, I could start. But like I'm still gonna be adding hat versatility.
Right.
Um, I want to
Adversity.
get some watches,
Right, yeah.
you know. And while I don't necessarily want to go gold chain, I do want to get some like neck attire.
Okay. You
So
don't
yeah, I
wanna
don't know
go
what that
gold
means.
chain. What do
Yeah,
you want?
and that's the thing. I haven't quite figured that out. I'm open to
Mm.
suggestions.
Okay.
Um, I wouldn't mind like I would love like a wooden Jesus piece.
Okay. Alright. Oh,
Yeah,
what do you want it to be Jesus, or do you just want
it could be others. Like it could be Jesus doing other things. You know, like Jesus at the bar, Jesus with his peoples. You know,
Okay,
Jesus driving.
alright. Alright, definitely, I feel like that would have to be a custom-made piece, but those are the options you should give whichever artist you decide to make these custom pieces. I think the custom piece way is the way to go. I think wooden is a good choice for you. I think Jesus driving or Jesus with his peoples is very funny,
Yeah,
uh, as to how you can get that all on a pendant without
like
it being too obnoxious.
for example, I'm putting this out there, and and if you're an artist, you don't even need to make this a chain. I would love to see this as a painting.
Right.
What did the Last Supper look like an hour before it started? Like, what if it was like four people there, like the early birds? Like, oh, this
Mm.
dude Michael always late, my G. Yo, where Paul at? You know? And it was like eight people like really staring at this turkey that they want to eat and they can't because his man's in them is late.
I would love to see the Last Supper as they're bussing the table.
Mm.
Like everybody's gone, it's just a couple of guys with with
You want to eat that?
lettuce. Like, yeah, like just trying to clear off the table. A guy with like I guess a towel or a rag over his shoulder,
Yo,
like
who
trying
broke
to,
out the foil at the Last Supper?
yeah, like trying to balance plates or whatever. I don't know. I like that idea of someone bussing the last supper. You can have that. That's yours. You
Hell
can have
yeah.
that.
You know what? If I get that on my low cross situation, on my
Uh-huh.
low chain, I'll put a
Yeah.
little like shot TM in the back.
Okay, great.
You know
Great.
what I mean? But I'm excited. I'm gonna get started with this whole look soon. The clothes is here. If I turn the camera, you would see way too much Dickie stuff. Now I mean, see like Dickied out all over the place.
Oh, wow.
It's
Okay.
serious. Like I'm not. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm excited. I got some cool shoes and sneakers coming in. I got these sneakers I never even heard of. But they're like so they're Nikes, but the part that I've never seen that design before. It's like an older sneaker.
Mhm.
Where they call it the schematic. So the
Okay.
whole sneaker is white and it shows the outlines with the like names and measurements of what the sneaker design was supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I liked how it looked, so I bought that. You know what I mean? This is a ridiculous idea that I want to talk about on stage, so I'm
Oh
gonna
my
put this
goodness.
on.
Oh wow. Man, I can't I love you putting together I love anyone putting together a look.
Yo,
So, because as you know, I'm always doing a thing. So I'm very happy to see how this plays out.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've budgeted out. I think I could do 2 sneakers a month.
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely do one. I might do a second and do like I might even do a third, but rotate one out. Like I buy a third sneaker, but some sneaker got to go. Like on some
Mhm.
like what's her name? The con chick, the Netflix lady, the
Wait, the
the
concept.
Asian lady from Netflix. That like you gotta like your happiness. Does it still bring you joy?
Oh, Marie Kondo.
Yeah,
The Netflix lady.
yo, the
Yes.
one that she was like breaking up white couples
You're
over
right.
neatness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, right.
I want to do what she does. Like I want to bring in some sneakers. They bring me joy for like a year, and then like I'm gonna put these back up online for sale and buy a new pair
Mhm.
of sneakers so that like my collection, I get to experience a ton of sneakers without being like frivolously like spending money and collecting forever. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that's the what I'm envisioning up here in my Persuado way of making this responsible spending while
Okay.
still being a parent, you know?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's a uniform, you know? Treat it
Yeah.
like Janelle Monáe did when she first came out wearing tuxes all the time. You know,
Yo,
it's a
it worked for her.
uniform. Yeah,
It worked for
absolutely.
her. I'm gonna be Dickies with fly sneakers. It's gonna be me,
Yeah, that's
you
great.
know?
That's great.
Hell yeah. I want some Dominican flag things. If any of y'all out there want to make me weird Dominican flag chains,
Oh,
send
I
those
bet
over.
you can find those for
Uh,
sure.
Yo, let's do it up. You know, Brandon. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a great idea for sure.
I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a new era. It's gonna be good times. You know?
I remember Gastor and his Dickies area. Oh
Oh man.
man.
I realized that like I don't know why, like some about like the last like month, like I wanted to work harder, but B, I also realized I'm old. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
old enough that like I feel like there's a real good chance I'm past the halfway point.
Right. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like real
You're
talk. Like
truly
I
honest about when people die, and if you look at your family history and if you look at like all of that stuff,
yeah.
when people like are 50 and they're like, I'm middle aged, I'm like, nah, baby, you were middle aged like 13
Yo,
years ago. Like,
straight up. You know what I
like
mean?
let's truly do the math. Yeah. Like 36, 37.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
the
like, yo,
middle.
70 is a good run. Like I hope to
Yeah.
make it longer, but that's a good run.
Yeah.
So I'm past that. So I'm like, yo, you think I'm a croak and not own my favorite sneaker? I
Right.
can't have that happen. I need to know what they felt like once,
Yep.
you know? And there's like 100 sneakers I want to try. So I
Yeah.
could do like 5 a year, you know? And I'm going to make it with enough time to talk about it to my kids, you know? Now when I got
Uh-huh.
grandkids, I'll be like, yo, I wore those Uptowns. It's crazy. You should buy them on stock.
And they're gonna go, why does grandpa only talk about Uptowns and Dickies? Who's Dickie?
You damn right. That's all I talk about. Okay, some great life. You
Grandpa's weird.
you'd be so lucky. Did you travel? No, only to pick up sneakers. Okay. The amount of Air Maxes I collected in random parking lots would astonish you. Okay.
That's so great. You just having to build a whole new I just see you guys in your whole new house and you literally having a sneaker room.
I'm
A sneaker
excited.
and Dickies room
I'm excited.
with its own security code.
Shot like when I set up the closet the other day and
Mhm.
I just put up 6 of the same shirt. Oh man. Woo. I felt like a superhero. Shot, I was like, yo, this is what Batman must feel like. Like he just got all these suits of the same
Yeah, I
suit.
mean, and also Homer Simpson and every other cartoon
Yeah.
character that wears the same thing over and over, and you open their closet, and it's just a bunch of white shirts and blue pants, but I get it.
I loved it. I felt really like at ease. I don't know why. Like just putting them in, like my shoulders relaxed. It
Yeah,
was
because you don't have
beautiful.
to think anymore, so it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
I got up, I looked, I was like, oh, I know what I'm wearing Wednesday, know what I'm wearing Thursday, know what I'm wearing Friday. Felt fantastic.
Yeah, it's nice. It is nice. I mean, that's what slows me up every day is I'm showered, everything's clean, I've lotioned, I walk into the closet and I lose 10 minutes just standing here going, "But what do I really want? What about I don't
Oh
no, I
man,
already did this," and it's too much, it's too much.
that's gone for me. Only trouble I had is I told my mom I was making this pivot,
Mhm,
and my mom and dad are they're pretty well off, but they were also extremely poor once,
mhm.
and that like made no sense to them. They're like, so you want to go back to not having shirts? I was like, yeah, like you're making a choice to like not have options because like we've worked hard to have options. I was like, I get
Right,
it.
and this is the option you've chosen.
This is what you're choosing to not choose. I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm choosing. I'm just choosing to wear the same thing once. You choose every day. That's too much work.
Right.
But that admittedly, like I feel like I made my point, but I don't think I won that argument. Every other time, like I've explained it, the person's like, "Oh, that's cool," but I
Yeah,
know my
I don't
dad judged
I
me.
you can't, that's not an argument you can win. That's such a philosophical thing that all you can do is state your case, and all they can do is just go, "Alright, that doesn't make sense to me." But even if they were just like, "I get it," that doesn't mean you won, that just means they get it. You know what I
Right?
mean? They just like, "I understand, I think you're horribly wrong, and this is a slap in the face of everything we work towards, but nope, I see what you're doing." So, yeah, I don't know if you can ever fully win that.
Yeah, I tried. My dad like definitely does not understand how minimalism is like a thing. He's like, yeah, I was minimal the whole time. We struggled all of those years.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I'm trying to avoid minimalism.
Yeah, for that to be a choice, it is, yeah, I understand why he'd be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, but
But we out here taking over, Sha.
mhm.
Okay. If you see any cool like watches,
Oh,
hats,
okay, alright. I mean, I'm
and
looking for cool watches myself. I almost went to the Swatch store to buy a swatch
okay.
because it's literally on the corner across the street from my office, and I was like, "I'm just gonna go in there and buy a swatch." And then, my brain was just like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "You're right, I'll give it a week." So, I'm waiting a week. And if I still want a swatch or, then I'm like, "Alright, I'll go in and see what's up." So I probably will actually, at the end of the week, go in and buy a swatch.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
I
buy a
I
swatch after
I
that.
have to, like, give myself sometimes I wanna give myself time to really think about it because if it's and it's not something that's, like, limited edition or whatever,
Right,
you
right.
know, then I need to think about it or else I'm gonna end up with a fucking swatch. What do I need?
Oh man, real first world problems here at the
Yeah,
War Report
absolutely.
this week.
Yeah.
Let's get into the news.
Yeah.
New EU rule will require all phones and electronics to use a standard charger. That's right. Apple and other smartphone makers will be required to support USB-C as part of a single charging standard for mobile devices across the European Union by as early as the fall of 2024 under a new law announced Tuesday by EU officials. Legislation is aimed at reducing e-waste and eliminating cable clutter, said Margheriti Vestager, the European Commission Vice President. Under the legislation, according to a release, mobile phones, tablets, e-readers, earbuds, digital cameras, headphones, and headsets, handheld video games consoles, and portable speakers that are rechargeable via a wired cable will have to be equipped with a USB Type-C port regardless of manufacturer. The coming
Ooh.
rules will apply to new small and medium-sized electronics sold in the EU.
Wow. All right, Apple.
Thug
Now
life.
you can quit. Now you have to stop being so goddamn difficult
Word up.
and proprietary. Like just yeah, like it's cut it out. Cut it out. I'm just angry because I have to go out and get wireless headphones in order to get the kind of headphones I like to
Yeah,
work with my phone because they took away the goddamn headphone jack because they're monsters and we all just have
ridiculous.
to adjust and it makes me very upset. And I mean, I could, I guess, get an Android phone, but I believe they also are starting to get rid of the headphone jack.
Right. I get it
And I'm like,
stylistically, but damn.
I think it's ridiculous, and I hate buds. I hate earbuds. I hate earbuds. I hate earbuds. I hate earbuds. I can't say it enough. I truly hate them. My ears are not built for them. So
Amen.
I have to get the kind. I have to get cans. I got to get headphones that go over my ears, um, and now I got to use a stupid dongle, and now my dongle won't work, and it's so stupid that I got to go and get another thing. And I'm just like, I'm so tired of having to get another thing that I need to charge up and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure the cord on this is not going to match any of the other fucking cords. And I can't just be plugging shit. It's so annoying. So hats off to
European Union.
to European to just be to Europe just being like, yeah, nah, all the same thing.
Hell yeah.
Although that's so far along in the future that there's plenty of time for somebody to fucking appeal that shit and then for it to all fall apart. I'm like, that's 2 years away. So many things can happen. That's like a completely different kind of phone away.
Yeah, that's two phones.
So yeah, really. But one will be an update of the other one, you know?
The 14S.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever other
So
nonsense they
it's
got.
so annoying, but yeah, I'm all for that. I mean, I don't know if that'll fly in America because we're all so goddamn individual that and apparently we don't want anyone to tell us what to do, which is why we're in the predicament we're in. And if you say what predicament, I say yes. So I don't know if this is possible here, but I mean, in 2 years, who even knows if we're going to be here? You know what
Real
I
talk.
mean?
We might not even have
Everything,
phones anymore.
yeah, everything feels real,
That's it,
so
baby.
sometimey. I don't know if I trust it. So, but good for y'all. Good for
Straight
y'all,
up.
Europeans, and making that decision.
Yeah,
I
it's not gonna
support
matter.
it.
We're gonna be on the metaverse by then, all right?
Oh God,
It's gonna be a
don't
whole
even get
different
me.
world.
Yeah, boo.
Oh man. I just enjoy the idea that like I feel like if there was ever proof that the European Union was all old people, it was this.
Mm.
Like this feels like a bunch of dudes was just frustrated one day. Like they were all at the same meeting. Like, yo, anybody got the notes from the last meeting? Nah, my phone died. Yo, my phone died too. Now I got a charger now. That's not the right charger. Yo, you know what? We gotta make a rule about this shit. It's just crazy.
I
Cut
mean,
this out.
I don't blame them. Necessity is the mother of invention. I don't
Yo,
blame them, but this is also enough time for someone to come up with a USB D. You know?
now it's the new shit.
Yeah, and
You
now
know what I
everyone's got
mean?
to pivot. You know what I mean? Like we could kick this can down the street for decades.
Oh man. Good luck. You know what I mean? Thank you for
Yeah.
trying. I appreciate y'all.
Yes. Thank you.
In other news, you now need to earn $160,000 a year to rent anything in New York. That's right. Anything less than six figures, good luck scoring a modest New York apartment. The median ask for rental in Manhattan has skyrocketed to $3,925 a month, a staggering 31.9% year over year jump from April of 2021, according to Douglas Elliman's latest market report. That means that in order to apply for a city apartment, a renter would need to earn $157,000 per year under the 40 times rent rule that landlords generally require. It's a new record high for rent in the city, coming off record lows during the thick of the pandemic. The unprecedented demand for apartments in the city as New Yorkers return to work and the new work from home homers move to NYC has even resulted in bidding wars for studio apartments, as been previously reported. Meanwhile, the median New York household income was recently reported to be $67,046 according to the census. So to qualify for a Manhattan rental, you would need to rake in close to 3 times what everyday New Yorkers make. Yo, that is insanity. By the way, for reference, those of you that are out of here and will say like, "Hey, why don't you move to the other boroughs?" Brooklyn's median reached 3,048, and Queens has waterfront properties. Queens, northwestern Queens shot up to 3,126, with Long Island City having the low having a studio apartment available for 2,929. That's right, you could live in a box in Queens with no dividers or walls for just short of $3,000. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
brawling numbers.
that's insane.
That
That's
is
insane. I
wild.
truly don't know. I mean, like, they are actively pricing people out. I don't know where people are getting the money to do it. And I don't just mean like from their parents. I mean, like, where are their parents getting the money to do it? Like, I
Yeah,
thought we were all struggling. And it
yo,
feels like we're all struggling. And it feels like your parents are not going to be able to continue to do this for much longer. How is this getting done? And that's just for the young people who move here with like hope in their eyes and all that shit. But for the rest of us who have been here working, this it's just not it's not feasible.
it's crazy. Like, yo,
It's
if you
not
would,
it's crazy, and it's also affecting other cities. Like, this isn't just New York where I mean, the rents are skyrocketing to wild amounts, but that's because New York was wild to begin with.
right,
Like, these numbers seem crazy, but that's because if you brought it back down to where it was, the numbers
still,
were crazy. So now everywhere else is starting to bump up at similar rates, and sure, their numbers weren't crazy before, but their numbers are reaching crazy now, but they're not making the kind of adjustments necessary with pay and all that stuff in order to afford that. So it really feels like there's nowhere to go. It really does.
I don't get
And
it.
if you move to like a smaller town and a bunch of people are moving to smaller cities and they're overwhelming their utilities
Right.
and all of that stuff. So now the smaller towns are just like, "Yo, we don't have enough water for you. We don't know how to get it to you. We can't do this. We only have 2 male people." And eh, like, we can't afford this, and you're coming in demanding all kinds of shit that we're just like, I mean, go to the big city. That's where they got indoor plumbing, like, it's
Oh,
not.
you wanted streets?
Yeah, like, ugh. So it's such a mess, and it's being felt like all across the country, and it unfortunately feels very helpless right now for
Yeah,
people who
nah.
really need something, like, who need to get out of situations. They can't, because they can't afford to go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's truly, like, it's so depressing. Like, I wanna tell a joke, but I can't because it's just such a bummer.
My boy James, he had like a hookup for like a house in Queens,
Mhm.
um, and he had to eventually let it go. The hookup like ran out, but he like lived in a home that he admitted was out of his price range in any other dynamic, except
Right,
for like real particular circumstances he was in. And he lived there for like
right.
10 years with his wife and kids.
Uh-huh.
And he saved up money to buy a home, and he's like, I can't afford to live in the city. Like, the house I'm buying is nuts to me money wise, and it's 2.5 hours away from the city. It's still in New York, but it's not in the
Mhm.
city at all. It's in the state. So he moves up there, and every like month he'll send us like a weird message of like, yo, like, this is a small ass town.
Right.
So like during this winter's We went to visit him once, and like you got to go through these like weird back alleys and like curvy streets through trees and shit. And like a month later, he messages us, "Hey, yo, my town had a vote like 54-14 to add reflectors to that street you guys were complaining about, so you could see where the turns are coming. So next time you guys come up, it'll be easier for y'all to not crash into trees."
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, that's what like is all of everything about that like blew my mind. That like they had to have a like talk about it. That he
Mhm.
was able to bring it up, and they were like, "Oh, that's a good point."
Right.
Like, like because everyone else was like, he was like, I mentioned it at the meeting, and he's like, I've never been to a meeting like this in the city. I'm sure they happen. I don't know where. I just can't. I don't know how that works in like in Queens with
Yeah.
8 million other people. But in my town
Right.
where there's 40 of us, yeah, we could figure it out. Like all of us live in the same 40 houses. We could talk. So like I
Right.
went to the meeting, I brought it up, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're like out of towner." So like it never occurred to us because most of the people that drive on those curvy streets grew up on those curvy streets. So like
Uh-huh.
he was one of like 6 people that had bought houses out there and had friends now coming up from other places that were less familiar, and they realized this could be a problem. So the city made the investment of like 200 local dollars to
Jesus.
buy these reflectors after like he like swung the vote. Like he won an election that
Right.
in combined votes was still under 70 total people. Like
Which
everything
is
about that shit was crazy to me.
what's wild is who are the 14 people who were like, "Nah,
Yeah,
I ain't
like,
changing shit."
they're like, let your friends crash, okay? They
Yeah, they
shouldn't
should
be
be up
here.
here anyway. Like, what are y'all doing out at night?
Yo, it was just wild to me. Like so much of that, like the whole like exchange on that freaking WhatsApp is gold to me. Like I say, I'm blown away that this is how things are getting solved, and all of this because he can only pay $600,000 for a house, and he can't
Right.
afford. You can't do that in New York. Like that just doesn't
That's so
exist.
wild because $600,000 should be able to get you a like.
A
I'm
whole
thinking of places in Atlanta, and granted, I haven't been living in Atlanta for 9 years, and the amount of changes made in Atlanta in that 9 years has been insane. But
right?
I'm just thinking like, oh, that's a good little chunk of change on a house, and it's nothing.
Nah,
$600,000 is nothing, and that's insane.
yo, you put that in for like neighborhoods with like decent school systems in Brooklyn and Queens,
Yeah.
you ain't getting much.
No, you're not. You're not at all.
So,
It's that's oh my goodness. I truly don't know what to do. I'm like, what do we do? Do we take to the streets again, or is that not a thing anymore? Who do I throw an egg at? Like, how do we how do we handle this? Because
it
it just
is.
feels like no one is listening to the people who are out here. Just like we're drowning, we're
Uh,
drowning, we're dying out here, and the people that we're trying to who can do something are just like, did you hear that? No, I didn't hear that. And
and by
it's
the way,
so.
for for reference, I just
Mhm.
typed in his town in Queens that he moved from. I put 550 to 700,000,
Right.
and the only restraint that I put was 2 bedrooms because he has 2 kids. So
Mhm.
the kids are sharing now. If this
Right.
were to happen,
Mhm.
they have a grand total of 15 homes available in that price range.
Oh, wow.
Um, all of them, but no, all of them. Every single one of them is a condo. So there's no
So
homes.
not even
There's
homes.
yo, you want a yard? Nah, B, that's like
Oh,
a million
nah.
and
Oh,
up.
you wanted a house? Oh,
Yeah,
no, no. Mm-mm, we
you
don't
can
do
get
that.
condos for that, and you keep in mind your kids are still sharing.
Right.
Like that is bananas. New
Oh,
York different,
man.
B.
The whole country now is trying to be like that,
Yeah,
and
that's just not right.
it's just not it's not right, and it's trickling down in a terrible way. This is the thing that trickles down, not the wealth,
Word.
but the bills. Wealth ain't got to us yet. I've been waiting for that shit to trickle down since Reagan. None of that shit made to us.
Waiting, B. Come on.
Yeah,
Any
but
day now.
the debt and inequity, that shit came down like a river. But the rest of it,
Oh man, what are we gonna do, Sha?
I don't know. I'm just going to stay in this apartment because my landlord does not pay any attention to what is happening in real estate or the city. He just wants someone who will pay rent, and I
Yo,
pay him rent on time, and he fixes things because it's his house and he doesn't want his house to be run down. So I'm gonna
amen.
count on his ego and his ignorance, and I'm just gonna ride this bitch out until I'm famous or until someone gives me a big check,
Real
until my
talk.
numbers hit. But I never actually play the lotto, so I don't know
Hey,
how exactly that's gonna work. But
we going the first what is that? 52 weeks. First $104 we get in Patreon money. We gonna buy a weekly number. All right.
you will be in charge of that, wasting the money, not the kid.
Black Lab Cafe is New York City's first dog cafe serving human and furry canine friends. Huh? That's right. The city's coffee scene has gone to the dogs. I love the New York Post every now and then.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
Black Lab Cafe has just opened up in the Upper West Side with menus of treats for both humans and their four-legged companions. It purports to be the first Java joint of the canine kind. We just said to each other, if nobody else is doing it,
Hmm.
might as well open one up ourselves.
Sure.
And the Black Lab Cafe was born, said Chris Powers, 27. Of course, you're that young, who
Yep.
opened the cafe with his brother Nick and mother Lisa Evans. The family's Black Labs, Daisy, 5.5, and Lola, 1.5, serve as mascots for the business.
You gotta
Owners
tell
and
the,
dogs.
you know, did the dog okay that?
Like, yo, we ain't sign no paperwork.
Yeah. We just said we'd be mascots. I didn't know you want to tell all my business.
Oh man, the owners and dogs enter through a vestibule with two sets of doors, a safety measure in case any pups make a run for it. Then there's a seating area for creatures of all kinds. It connects to a second section via a glass vestibule where the humans can order food and coffee to bring back to the table area to enjoy with their patiently awaiting pups. And as per health department rules, dogs are not allowed in the food ordering area.
Huh.
Out here, Shy. This is
Wait.
a problem that did not need solving because it did not exist.
No, this isn't. I mean, people were already bringing their dogs into places.
Yeah, like
Which I mean, I guess that was the problem, was that you can't bring your dog into a place where there's food, so you got to leave them outside. But I mean, people were doing that. I've definitely walked by many dogs tied to a thing, just staring in, like, "You coming back or what? Like, what's happening?" Um, Also, I thought this was gonna be a dog cafe in the way that there are cat cafes, in that there's a place that you get coffee and it comes with cats, and you get to pet the cats if they want, and then you leave, and you don't bring your own cat, but you have to supply your own dog. And that's because I guess you can't really just leave dogs in a place and just hopefully I guess they'll become a pack and they'll turn on the humans.
they already got two labs. Is angry, you
Yeah,
know.
so I guess I do see, what the flaw there in that planning. But, I mean, this is nice, but this also isn't that novel. Like, I know of a few dog cafes where you can go and, you know, your dog there's a dog park behind the place, and you can go and get your coffee and then join your dog outside because the dog can't really come in, and all that stuff. And I love that they think that there's a glass vestibule and you can leave your dog there, go into the place, get the food, and come out, and your dog will just be sitting there waiting patiently. I'm like, that's the same as, at least you could tie it up outside, but it's getting fresh air. But now you've gone through this whole rigmarole and the dog isn't even in there. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's great, but yeah, this isn't really reinventing the wheel.
I
And if you're not going to supply me with a dog to pet, I don't like coffee, so I'm never gonna go.
I every now and then I just feel like you gotta remind people of white male hubris. You know, that's what this was right here. This at 27 is at his peak. You know, he hasn't
Mhm.
experienced failure at all in his life,
Yeah, yeah.
and this sounded like a good idea.
Mhm.
And his brother was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm mad I didn't come up with that. Let's do it." You know,
And
They
then his
teamed up,
mother had the money to do it.
and they had the money to do this. And this will be a silly story he tells. In 5 years, he'll put it on a resume that nobody will look at because he'll get instantly hired because of his dad.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
this is definitely a side project of a of a business.
he's just doing an MBA, like for real. That's it. Like
Yeah.
this is his
This
MBA study.
yeah, this is a non story. Right, great. So you can take your dog halfway into a cafe. That's wonderful. And maybe that's I mean, this is the Upper West Side. May I don't know how those dogs run, but I'm sure they are persnickety. I'm sure they are just as annoying perhaps as the humans, but I don't know. Again, if you're not supplying me with an animal that I can pet for a little while, that I can rent for a little while to pet and then leave, you're not really giving me a new service.
Seriously, this is
Yeah.
getting shut down by 2024.
Oh,
100%.
if even that, I give it a year. I give it a year. The first time they got to pay taxes on something, they're going to be like, "I'm out.
I'm good.
I can't believe I got
That
to
kid
pay
ain't
these."
tracking no taxes.
No, no, not at
Nah,
all.
This is gonna be a real bad idea. They're gonna talk about it. You remember that summer we had a dog cafe? That was crazy, right?
Don't remind me. Yeah,
Oh man. Good luck to y'all.
yeah. Good luck to you.
I'll tell you, my lotto idea don't sound that crazy. People getting away with this nonsense. I mean,
I mean,
my bad
I
idea is
guess.
only gonna cost us $104.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but still,
Yeah,
I'm very risk adverse. I guess outside of doing comedy, I'm very risk adverse.
finally, a woman was gored and tossed by a bison after approaching the animal in Yellowstone National Park. That's right. A Ohio woman was gored by a bison after she got within 10 feet of the animal in Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. The 25-year-old woman, whose name has not been released, suffered puncture wounds and other injuries on Monday after she approached the bison near a boardwalk at the Black Sand Basin, park officials said. Consequently, the bison gored the woman and tossed her 10 feet into the air. The news
Ugh,
release said. The news release said that shit. Yo,
ugh,
that
no.
God damn. The Did the bison put out that news release? Like, yo, get the word. Let
So
the
mark
people
that
know.
down. Mark that down. This bitch ran up on me. Let it be known.
Yup, put all that 10 feet, my G. Now me, I threw her right up there, son. You don't think I can do it? I'll do it again. I'll do it again, damn it. 10 feet in the air, my G. Put that word out. Oh
Oh my
man.
god.
You should see me at these bison combines, okay? I'm getting drafted. Yo, park emergency medical providers responded, and the woman was taken to Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center by the ambulance. This is the first reported incident in 2022 of a visitor threatening a bison getting too close to the animal, and the bison responding to the threat by goring the individual. Bisons have injured more people in Yellowstone than any other animal. They are unpredictable and can run 3 times faster than humans. 2 other people were also within 25 feet of the same bison, according to the news release. Park officials are reminding visitors to keep back more than 25 yards from large animals such as bison, elk, bighorn sheep, deer, moose, and coyotes, and at least 100 yards away from bears and wolves.
You don't have to tell me that twice. What is happening? Hey, you're gonna need to stay 100 yards. Say less.
Yo,
In
real
fact,
talk.
I'm going home.
Yo, if you would have told me that at the door, I wouldn't even cop the ticket, my G.
Yeah, like
All this article did is tell me where not to go in Idaho.
Yeah.
Like, oh, word? Y'all be
Okay.
goring people out there? True. That's a
Mm-mm.
YouTube search now. That's what that park visit is.
Oh my gosh, that is such what a terrible way to go.
Yo,
Just thinking of like a horn going through your body, that is terrible. But also, why are you running up on a bike, baby? Why are you running up on anything? Why aren't we stepping carefully? But why are you running up on a bison?
Oh man.
How everyone always thinks because it's big, it's going to move slow and you're going to be able to outrun it because you've taken a couple of Zumba classes or some shit. Like,
Guys are crazy. Did you see Shaq when he was drafted? My man was sprinting just like the point guards up and down that floor. 7'1", 303 pounds. My man was all over the place.
Oh my God.
You don't think Bisons could do that?
Yeah, come on. Come
I'm
on.
bugging.
Think about that.
I mean, Bisons don't eat Cheetos. Shaq does, okay?
Yeah, right, exactly. You don't see Bisons eating pizza, slowing them down, getting logy.
That's it.
Yeah.
That bison is paleo by like force.
Yeah.
Like,
and also,
all of them.
who were the other people that were near it? I'm guessing they must have been with her.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's
go
part
up
of the
and
crew.
pet a fucking bison. I don't know. Look, R.I.P. to this lady. Like, be easy and all that shit. But the fuck, what were you doing?
Yo, did she die officially? I thought she was still like in treatment.
Oh, I thought she died.
Nah, I feel like they said gored, but they never said die. I don't know if gored implies that.
Oh, to me it does. Once you are gored, you're dead.
All right, well, R.I.P. Good luck.
Well, no, you're right. She just has injuries.
Yo.
But yeah, I mean, you ain't right. R.I.P. to your piece, I guess.
Oh man, this is so dumb. And it's just, yo, I respect the bison so much in this because it's like, I know for a fact the bison looked at her like, you a little too close.
Hey, you're too close, man. Back it up, man.
This is my tree area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, you in my living room right now. I'm gonna let it slide because you ain't know better, but chill. Are you knocking over pots now? The fuck, B? I put those up. And then he gored. And not only that, like, because he gored her and like he threw her in the air. Like, yo, listen, I want to make sure you know, don't come back to my shit. This ain't subtle. He threw her far enough for the other people 25 feet away to know, yo, you want next? And they bounce.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my
I'm good.
Goodness. Just stop it. Everybody, they're not cute. Just because they have fur doesn't mean they're cute.
Straight up, B. Not everything is on the gram. Not everything is TikToked.
Also, not every creature loves humans. Not every human loves humans. But definitely not every creature.
Facts, B.
Yo, did you see this video of a grizzly bear being chased by a moose?
No.
Look it up, everyone out there. Look it up. This grizzly bear, I guess, ran up on a moose. And already, so a grizzly bear is like 300 pounds, 350, 400 pounds. And we've seen them. We've seen those big old hand claws, and they're terrifying, right? Grizzly bear will eat a human, absolutely. A moose is twice that size. A moose is like 600, like a little moose is like 600 something pounds.
Right.
And moves fast as fuck and are huge. Bigger than trucks come up to their shoulders. And was chasing this grizzly bear who I guess bothered him. And someone got it on tape. And I was just like, yeah, from far away, this looks cute. But think about it. That's a grizzly bear being chased by a moose. And a bison is somewhere in between.
Straight up, yo, there's levels.
There's levels.
Straight up. If the bison was on the other side of a Zoom call and like you was gonna play chess against it, yeah, challenge it. By all means. You know what I mean? But like face to face,
challenge that bison. Also talk to that bison, find out how it got to where it got. But yeah.
Face to face, you don't want to talk shit to certain people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't. Just understand when it's time to move away from that situation.
That's it. If you would like Gastor and Shalewa to make their nature survival guide,
stay inside. There it is.
One page deep. All you gotta do is like and subscribe to the show, baby. If you are an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't understand how simple we can make surviving in nature be.
Mm-hmm.
One rule applies, but damn it, it's an effective rule. Stay the fuck home. Boom, done deal. 5 stars, you see it. You understand how successful this book could be because admittedly, nobody dies when they follow our system.
That is true.
I promise
not by nature.
That's
not by
it.
nature.
I promise you nobody's goring you by bison anyway.
Yeah.
If you have any articles you'd like us to cover, DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, I am the cargo wearing when I'm facing bisons, Gastor Almonte. Always with the nature loving. Ready
Inside.
from inside, though, from a safe distance.
Yeah.
Like she's retroactively safe because he's watching it after the fact. He's
Yeah,
watching videos.
I'm definitely the safest nature guide you're going to find.
Shalewa Sharpe. This has been a War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.